the MVP of Super Bowl 50 and one of the best at rushing the passer.
Yes, he is.
And Willie McGinnis is here to help me interview Vaughn Miller of the 2-0 Denver Broncos. How are you, Vaughn?
How's it going, guys? I'm doing pretty good.
You know, I know you're on a tour for Old Spice, but is this the only show that has Willie McGinnis on at the same time to interview
Yeah, this
you,
is
Vaughn?
the only one, and honestly, this is the only one I was looking forward to speaking with right here. These guys.
I appreciate that, Vaughn. I appreciate that. Even though I got to be honest with you, I might throw the challenge flag on that. I might. Well, I don't know if you overheard what we were talking about, that play at the end of Green Bay and Minnesota, and how the NFL says that hit that Clay Matthews delivered on Kirk Cousins was not only properly called, you're going to see it on a video to be shown to the teams about exactly how this should be called. What are your thoughts on that, Vaughn?
Oh yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, let me tell you, I've had some of the worst roughing the passer calls out, and this is before the rules. So I completely understand. For me, what's worked for me is I just go for the ball each and every time. If I get half a chance to get to the quarterback, I'm going for the ball each and every time. I feel like the sack force one was the biggest play in football, and I feel like if you put a bigger emphasis on the ball, it really takes you off of the quarterback. A quarterback throws the ball, I'm going for the ball. I'm swatting for the ball. If he's throwing it high, I'm jumping high. So I feel like if you have a bigger focus on the ball, that really helps, especially from my point of view. I'm not back like safeties, and it doesn't happen that quick with me. I don't have so much contact like interior linebackers with fullbacks or making tackles. I'm on the outside. I'm going after the quarterback every single play. So what works for me is I just go for the ball each and every time.
Vaughn, I got a question for you, man. And being another pass rusher, we approach different quarterbacks differently. If you're going against a guy like Big Ben or Carson Wentz or Josh Allen, some of these physical guys that are 6'4", 240, it's a little more difficult, or Russell Wilson for that matter.
Or Cam in the Super Bowl.
Or Cam Newton, of course. You got guys that will lower their shoulder to try to break tackles and elude you to make plays down the field. Do you feel like mentally, like you got to be a little more physical getting these guys down? Because if you don't, they're going to break the tackle, and then they're going to make a big play. They're going to embarrass you, and you're going to hear about it.
Yeah, I totally understand. But, like a guy like Big Ben, if you knock the ball out, you good. You good. I mean, you good. So that's just my thing. It's not always going to happen like that. It's not always that easy. It's definitely a tough call. It's definitely tough. I mean, we're in a tough position right now. But what's been working for me is I just go for the ball. I don't even really worry about tackling the guy. Sometimes I might swat and miss for the ball, and then I just fall on the quarterback, after. So,
you're great at doing it, too.
Well, 24 forced fumbles in Vaughn Miller's career, 2 already this year. Year 8 for you, Vaughn. How do you stay on top of your game as you have? What are you doing?
You just got to keep finding stuff. You just got to keep finding stuff to get better at. And I feel like I've had great examples of how to do that with DeMarcus and Elvis Dumerville and Sean Phillips. Everybody in the National Football League, they didn't have that type of luxury to be around greats and legends like that. And I have. And what DeMarcus always did, he always found something to better himself. Each and every offseason should get tougher and tougher and tougher. It really elevates your game, and that's something that I picked up from DeMarcus, and that's something I've been trying to do. Every offseason, I make it tougher and tougher and tougher.
How's that been with D?
Until they kick me out the league, that's what I'm going to do.
No, we're not trying to kick you out, man. You're definitely one of the ambassadors of the league, and you do a great job, man, on and off the field. I was going to talk about, D. Ware, man. We spent some time together. We had him on the network. We always talk pass rush. How has that been having him in the building? I know you just talked about it briefly, but how has that have another guy that is one of the great pass rushers, probably be a Hall of Famer at some point, first ballot, I would say. But how was that having him in the locker room, man, and around you, be able to bounce ideas and techniques and different things like that? How does it help the rest of the pass rushers and guys like Chubb on your team?
I mean, for me, I'm from Dallas. I've been a huge fan of DeMarcus for a long time. As a matter of fact, I molded my game after DeMarcus when I was younger. So when I came into the National Football League, I watched Cowboys tape. I watched DeMarcus, and then got DeMarcus on the team. So it's like getting like your superhero or your idol on the same team. Which when I played with DeMarcus for 3 years, and so we really were able to create a special relationship, and to have him back, it really just feels like you have like for me, it feels like I'm getting ready for a championship fight, and I got my sparring partner that made me great, that really knows all my moves, that knows everything about me, and I got him in my corner now in each and every round. So it's great to have a guy like that, not only for me, but for guys like Bradley Chubb and Shaq and Shane. It's not too many teams that have that luxury to have a Hall of Fame defensive player to come in and talk to you, each week. So it's been dope. It's been amazing.
That said, Von Miller, he's now dancing with the stars, following in your footsteps, if you will. You were eliminated through week 7. Is that the bar at least he needs to reach?
Yeah. I guess that's the bar that he needs to reach week 7. But football guys, they really do well on Dancing with the Stars, and honestly, Dancing with the Stars is really. Dancing is probably half of it. You really need like some charisma. You got to have some good jokes. You really got to be able to capture, the viewers. You got to be able to capture the viewers and capture those votes. And I think DeMarcus would be great with all of this. So.
I don't know, Vaughn. I got to be honest with you. I've been around both of you.
I think Vaughn is the better dancer.
That's what I'm saying. I
definitely the better dancer.
I think you got him, Vaughn. I know you're being humble here, but I think you got him.
It's dancing at weddings and dancing in locker room is totally different from the Viennese waltz and the cha-cha and all the technical dances in the ballroom.
Look, he knows the names.
Oh, he knows.
He's technical.
Go through Dancing with the Stars. It's serious. Josh Norman almost won the damn thing last year. He's serious about it. So before we get to your Old Spice, Case Keenum, how has he changed things there, Vaughn, in Denver country?
I mean, it's been great. It's been great. It's Broncos country too, Rich.
That's right, Broncos. Okay. I got it. No,
it's been great. It's been great. Having a guy like Case, he's a special quarterback. There's a lot of guys that can throw the ball and make all the reads and do all of that stuff, but Case really has that it factor about him. He's just a natural born leader. He just has his glow about him. He's able to make all the throws. I'm 100% comfortable with Case being our quarterback.
Hey, Vaughn, we've been looking around, man. Your division got a little bit better this year, man. And this kid, Patrick Mahomes, man, he's lighting things up. And I know you guys don't play him this week, but
in 2 weeks.
Has he caught your eye? I mean, I know you're excited. I know it's a challenge for you, and you get up for these type of games, but this kid is lighting it up, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, last year I was surprised when they started Patrick Mahomes. I was like, man, what's going on? Like, what's really good? And we play against him, and you see firsthand how special he is. He killed us last year, and he's carried that same fire over into the season. He has 10 touchdowns in 2 weeks. I don't think it's another quarterback with the same supporting cast with Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and Sammy Watkins and the great offensive line they have and the great defense that they have. So they definitely have a special team. They have great coaches over there as well. Loud stadium. And they have everything that you need. For us, the Denver Broncos, you would hope that they would cool down a little bit in 2 weeks, and whenever we play them, we just got to play our best football, and we'll be all right.
So it's an interesting conversation we're having here, Willie. You're a former player, now member of the Paparazzi. I'm a host, and we have a player in Von Miller, also a host of the Old Spice Foam Zone here on the conversation. We kind of got all the bases covered here. Vaughn, what's this all about with the Old Spice Foamer that you're talking about here?
I'm excited to continue as an Old Spice guy again this season. And be a part of the Old Spice Foam Zone. It's a 2-day live football event. It's a football-themed obstacle course that's covered in Old Spice Foamer. The Old Spice Foamer is an instantly lathering body wash. It's great in the shower. Fans can not only watch, but they can influence the obstacle course, and they can tune in and watch the Old Spice Foam Zone from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern on all of the Old Spice social media channels and YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live today from 5 to 11 p.m.
He does a great job with those commercials, Vaughn. I mean, you might want to get into acting when you're done with ball, man. I love those commercials, man. You do a great job.
And, yeah, my kids dig it, too. Vaughn, before you go, my 10-year-old wears glasses. What would you tell him, Vaughn?
Oh, yeah, just embrace the geek. I've been wearing glasses since I've been wearing glasses since I was in the second grade. And it hasn't always been cool to wear glasses, but now it is. And just embrace the geek. Embrace yourself. Be you.
That's right. He does that. Right back at you, Von Miller. Thanks for joining the program.
All righty. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
You got it. That's Vaughn Miller.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.